It's here. Ah! Thank you, Solution Tree. This is Making Deep Sense of Informational Text. I am so excited to share this book with you. So, I wrote this book for teachers and educators like me. As a middle and high school teacher for 17 years, teaching social studies and English language arts, I have had my share of difficulty helping my students to read informational texts. Whether it's a textbook chapter or an article, a web page, my students have skimmed and scanned and fake read and fallen asleep. They've done all of those things. I've read so many answers to comprehension questions. I've listened to so many responses in text-based discussions that kind of shocked me. Like, did you read it at all? And so I thought maybe it was just me. But in my 9 years as an assistant principal and working with teachers across our school district, middle and high schools all over our district, I've discovered this is a very common problem. It's something that we all are struggling with. And so I set out to figure out how to do better. And one of the things that I have learned is that most of our students, or many of them, need help developing or at least updating the strategies that they use to make sense of informational text. They may have had really good instruction in elementary school or not, but the texts that they're reading now in middle and high school and even college are more complex, and the tasks that they have to complete for us are also more complex. And so they find themselves unable to make sense of those texts. And then they start to lose confidence, they start to lose interest, they start to give up. And so it's gonna take more than just a little bit of practice on a computer or a few worksheets to address that issue. So Deep Sense is a four-pronged approach that first deals with students' confidence, their sense of competence, and encouraging them to try again, and that we can make this better. It helps them to start to develop the metacognition to notice when they're tuned out, when they're no longer making sense of text. And then it teaches 14 informational text strategies, comprehension strategies, and application strategies that are going to help them read texts in their English language arts class, but also in their science classes, social studies, career and technical education, all of those different disciplines where they need to be able to make sense of complex text. So the book is really at its heart helping you to help them to update their strategies, acknowledging what they already know and can do, and then helping them build on that. So for each of those strategies that you get step by step, here's how to do your first teach, and then here's how to lead that practice, not just worksheet practice, not just practice with short, considerate text, but real meaty practice, text-based discussions with their colleagues and with their teacher, the lead reader in the room. All of that is laid out in here with really specific suggestions, but it's a flexible approach. It's something that you can adapt to your subject, to your students' needs, to the time that you have. Do what you can, and I have found that that's going to make a big difference. So one thing that I love, and I'm so grateful to Solution Tree for helping me to make this a reality, for each one of those strategies, there's a learning guide that is written for middle and high school students. It is specific, even the images are signaling to them that this is grown-up stuff. It is very specific, it is very simple, so that the reading level is something that a sixth grader can read but a high school student is also going to be able to read without feeling like it's baby, which I have found my students will throw away anything that makes them feel like I don't understand that they already know stuff. That's the materials that are designed for the students. Designed for the teachers, you have planning guides. You have planning guides for your first teach, as well as sample lessons that you can look at just for ideas. And then for your really in-depth practice, if you are reading a chapter with students or an article, you can turn that into not only an opportunity for them to make sense of that text, but also helping them to practice and really internalize those strategies so that they can make sense of text on their own. So all of that is in here, and thanks to Solution Tree, you have access through the code that you're going to find on the inside of your book to digital copies of those instructional materials and those planning materials. The instructional materials are available in digital color text so that you can put them on your learning management system, or you can print them if you are able to do that. So lots and lots of materials that are for you to adapt and make yours. I love Chris Tavani, who helped me so much understand what kids needed in terms of comprehension strategies. She wrote the foreword. And one of the things I love that she said is this is good for the new teacher, and it's also great for what she called vintage teachers like her and like me. So no matter where you are in your career, no matter what your discipline, even upper elementary school teachers I have found are really excited about this. And some of my friends who teach community college and developmental courses in four-year universities, this is for you. So this is available at Solution Tree, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, all the places in physical copy, or you can get the ebook. So hope you enjoy. Take care.